Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, all. Uh, Today, Hanivan still unable to attend because he is still sick. So let's go. First is website. A website is set of web pages that are joined together. People look at websites with a computer of some kind, sometimes including the computer inside mobile phones and televisions. The websites are kept on computers called web servers. There is always a single homepage which has links to other pages that are part of that site. Sometimes it has links to pages that are part of other sites as well. Note that net jargon use the word site, which also means a physical place in the real world, to mean a web URL. A homepage serves as the introduction page of a website. Websites can be used to advertise or sell things. They can also be used to talk to other people. A blog is a website where the location of the material is less relevant than who writes it, and which is more focused on the dialogue. Very often, the people who use blogs dislike the word site since it im- implies a controlled place. Sites are good for looking up information on the computer. Types. The website types are web blog, also known as blog. Wiki, a website where anyone can edit the page. Content management system, software that can edit web page through uh, WYSIWYG, or acronym for what you see is what you get, editor. Search engine website like search engine, a website like Google which you can use to search the web. Social networking sites like Facebook, which allows you to interact with friends. Access. Users can access any website by using URL. This is the website address which is shown near the top of the web browser. The homepage and the rest of the site usually have the same word at the start of the URL. For instance, pages at the simple English Wikipedia always start http titik dua uh, 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 like usually, but are different after that. However, if a person does not buy a domain name, the website could be an IP address. An example of an IP address is 172.217.13.228. Appearance. Websites are usually sound in HTML or hypertext markup language, but are not always written on or kept that way. Some use WHP and others use XML. Website builder software is usually a collection of software tools that allow the construction of websites without manual code editing. Several host website service have website builder software built in. HTML, Hypertext Markup Language or HTML, is a markup language for creating a web page. Is easier words In easier words, HTML is a kind of programming language that can make a new web page. Web page Web pages are usually viewed in a web browser. They can including writing, links, pictures, and even sound and video. HTML is used to mark and describe each of these kind of content so the web browser can display them correctly. HTML also adds meta information to a web page. Meta information is usually not shown by web browsers and is data about the web page. For example, the name of the person who create the page. For example, the name of the person who created the page. Cascading style sheets or CSS is used to style HTML elements, while JavaScript is used for website behavior and also changing the HTML and CSS. HTML is made by the World Wide Consortium or W3C. There are several versions of HTML. As of September 2018, the current standard of HTML is dubbed HTML5 and is specifically at version 5.2. Text. HTML uses elements to let the browser know how a web page is made of. Elements are shown as text in the code, written with the angle bracket. Text usually come in pairs. An opening text defines the start of a block of content and a closing tag defines the end of that block of content. There are many kinds of text, and each one has a different purpose. See, some text only work in certain browser. For example, the menu item tag, which is used to make something appear when the person presses the right button on the mouse, only works on Mozilla Firefox browser. Other browsers simply ignore this tag and display the writing normally. Many web page creators avoid using this non-standard text because they want their pages to look like the same with all browsers. Programmer. A programmer is a person who makes computer programs using a programming language. Programmers are also called software developers, coders, or hackers. A programmer's main jobs are writing program source code, testing if it works, and debugging or fixing the program if there and debugging or fixing the program if there are problems. Programmers often use software tools such as text editor and IDEs or integrated development environments to help them work. Computer programming is a profession that can be done for a computer anywhere in the world. This is called telecommuting, doing work on the internet instead of in an office. Some programmers are famous because their software is used by many people. One example is Linus Torvalds, who created an important part of the Linux operating system. Program can be done in many different languages and can look very different, but do the things do the same thing. Okay, maybe that's enough from me. Muti, please continue.
Thank you, Aswin.
Okay,
You have good work. So today I will explain about Oracle. Introduction to
sorry
Oracle.
Muti, your voice is too low.
Why?
Uh, can you speak a bit louder?
Okay. So today I will introduce
Okay,
about Oracle. Oracle is a product from Oracle Corporation that provides a relational database management system. Oracle's RDBMS supports any kind of data models and has different products editions such as Standard Edition, Enterprise Edition, Express Edition, and Personal Edition, among which the user gets to choose the database system depending on their needs. Oracle products are scalable and secure with high performance ability compared to other databases available in the market. So what is Oracle? Its database is also known as simply Oracle also. It is a multimodal relational database management system mainly designed for enterprise-grade computing and data warehousing. It is one of the first choice for enterprises for cost-effective solution of their application and data management. It supports SQL as a query language to interact with the database. Its database come in 5 different editions based on the features available. First, Standard Edition 1. It is suitable for single server or highly branch business application with limited features. Second, Standard Edition. It delivers all facilities provided in Standard Edition 1. In addition, it provides large machine support and Oracle Real Application clustering service. Enterprise Edition. Third, Enterprise Edition. This edition is packaged with features like security, performance, scalability, and availability required for highly critical application in which online transaction processing is involved. Fourth, Express Edition. It is an entire level edition that is free to download, install, manage, develop, and deploy. And the last, Personal Edition. It is come with the same feature of Enterprise Edition, except Oracle Real Application Clustering. Features of Oracle. An Oracle database offers the following features to meet the requirements of powerful database management: scalability and performance. Features like real application clustering and portability make an Oracle database scalable according to the usage. In a multi-user database, it is required to control data consistency and concurrency, which are contemplated by Oracle. Availability. Real-time application require high data availability. high-performing computing environments are configured to provide all-time data availability. Data is available during the time of planned or unplanned downtime and failures, backup and recovery. Its layout complete recovery feature to recover data from almost all kinds of failures. In case of failures, the database needs to be recovered within a time for highly availability. Unaffected part of data are available while the affected ones are getting recovered. Security. Securing the data is always the top priority. Oracle provides mechanism to control data access and usage. Implementing authorization and editing user action can prevent unauthorized access and allow distinct access to the user. Importance of Oracle. It is among the oldest companies which provide database management solution. The company has always focused on enterprise requirements and acknowledge the latest technology trends. That's why its products are always embellished with new features. For instance, the latest Oracle database 19c is available on Oracle Cloud as well. Oracle offers users to choose from the different database edition which suit their needs in order to provide a cost-effective solution. Benefits. We have talked about the features of its database. Their features give Oracle an edge over other competitors. Now we will look at the advantages of Oracle. First, performance. It has methodologies and principles to achieve high performance. We can implement for tuning in its database to retrieve and alter data faster in order to improve query execution time and hence application operations. Two, multiple database. Its database support managing multiple database instances on a single server. Instance changing method is provided by Oracle to manage CPU allocation on a server running the database instance. Changing works with the database resource manager to manage service over multiple instances. 3. Editions. As we discussed above about the different editions which are offered by Oracle, it gives benefits to the user purchase edition as per their application requirements. They can seamlessly update the edition if their requirements change in the future. If you want to learn and do some hands-on Oracle, you can download and install the Express Edition database, which is absolutely free. 4. Clusters. It uses real application clusters to provide a high data availability system. The database with RAC has benefit over traditional database server. Scaling the database over multiple instances, load balancing, data redundancy, and availability, flexible to increase processing capacity. 5. Failure recovery. RMAN Recovery Manager is the feature of an Oracle DB, which recover or restore the database file during downtimes and outage. In support online, archive, backups, and continuous archiving, use, user can also SQL Plus for recovery, called as user managed recovery, which is supported by it. There is an export utility available in the database to add user managed backup. And the last, PL or SQL. The database support PL or SQL extension for procedural programming. So why do we use Oracle? It is a database management software product. A database contains organized collection of information. A database management system is not only used for storing the data, but to effectively manage it and provides high performance, authorities, access, and file recovery features. It provides it provides a software solution that is easy to use and manage database operation from personal to enterprise level application. Conclusion: we can conclude that Oracle is a powerful database server management software that can serve the requirement of enterprise level and small level application as well. It includes almost all the features required to support modern application and therefore is widely to use. So maybe that's all I can say. Thank you for all your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.